The government in Japan has a tough question to answer. It has to decide whether to go through with a controversial tax increase after 2 earthquakes badly damaged not only buildings, but also the economy. Just weeks ago, the Prime Minister Shinzo Abe insisted only 2 things would justify delaying the planned tax hike, scheduled for a year from now: a financial crisis as big as the one in 2008, or a natural disaster on the scale of the 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Then the earthquakes in Kumamoto hit. But Abe insisted this week the government intends to go ahead as planned. Many economists aren't so sure that's a good idea.
Even if there were no earthquakes in Kumamoto, consumption has already plunged to a level much worse than the time right after the 2011 earthquake. So this itself was a very strong reason to delay the tax hike. Then came the recent earthquakes. So this is increasingly raising bets that the Prime Minister will postpone the sales tax hike scheduled next April.
The damaged city of Kumamoto accounts for a little more than 1% of Japan's economy. It's one of the country's manufacturing hubs, and it's been hurt. Tech giant Sony has had to close its image sensor plant and may have to outsource some of its manufacturing to a competitor. And Toyota has closed 26 car assembly lines. Last week's quake could hardly have come at a worse time for the Japanese economy, with many businesses already hit by a slowdown. Those affected are now scrambling to get back on their feet. Understandably, the emphasis right now is on relief efforts, like helping people who have lost their homes. And businesses are helping. Honda and Toyota have unveiled maps that show which roads people can still drive on. And telecom giant SoftBank has launched a balloon-based station to re-establish phone services.
We thought of creating this tethered balloon 5 years ago during the 2011 earthquake and tsunami. We wanted to restore that area as soon as possible, which is where this project started.
To speed up reconstruction, the government plans to draft a special relief budget. Analysts estimate the government will need at least $9 billion. 4 major earthquakes in Japan in the past 2 decades caused tens of billions of dollars in economic damage. And the concern now is that costs associated with the ones in Kumamoto will only grow. Mayu Yoshida, TRT World, Tokyo.